Hey, what's up, YouTube? Today we're going to take a look at this Rolex Submariner ceramic with no date. I know there are a lot of reviews of this watch because it is very popular. People like it, a lot of people have it. So here in this video I want to kind of make 3 points why I like this watch. So the first one is the look of this watch, the design of this watch. So the first Submariner is made in 1953, and this one, the newest one with no date, is released in 2012. So about 60 years, Rolex didn't change the design that much. So I know a lot of serious collector, they can tell slightly different between the looking, but if you just want a person doesn't know about the watches, it's pretty much the same because it's timeless design. It's elegant, it's simple, and it's symmetric. So especially the dial, you can see the hour markers are simple geometry like a triangle, circle, rectangle. It's the whole dial is very symmetric. It's kind of good for some people like symmetric dials. And the hand, so the hour hand is called a Mercedes hand, and the minute and the second and hour hand, they are different from each other, make it easy to read. And also because of the Mercedes hour hand, if for instance is 9:50, the hour hand and the minute hand, they are overlap, it's still, you can tell, so the hour hand, the Mercedes circle is thicker than the minute hand, so it's very easy to read. If you some people want to read your watch, they don't know what you are wearing, as long as they can read the watch, they can read a Submariner. It sounds like silly, but for some watches it's kind of, for example, I'm wearing Omega Seamaster. It has a date function and a GMT. So here you got 4 hands. So it's easy to read if you know your watch, but if you, for a stranger, it's kind of confusing why you got 4 hands, which one is hour, which one is minute, right? And also because you got the date window here, so make it the whole dial is not symmetric. For some people they need the GMT function, they need date, but if you just want a watch, Submariner is kind of offer the basic function. And then we go to the second point. So the quality of this watch is pretty high quality, very well made. So if you hold it in your hand, it's just feel very solid. So there are not a lot of fancy stuff of this. There's no look through display case back. There's no like super complication, but it's just a very high quality, very solid. So you got all brushed on the surface. So it's, if you got bumped into something, you got a scratch, it's kind of a little bit hard to notice than just polished. And on the side is all polished. So if you wear this, so from the side you got a shining surface, and on the surface you got all brushed. And so the bracelet, so it doesn't, if you move it doesn't squeak, and the clasp is kind of the highest quality in the, I think, in the watch industry. It's a very genius design. So you got this flip thing, you can secure the clasp so it won't open accidentally. And if you open this clasp, you got this pop sound. It really feel good. And also it got this glide lock. So how it works is you pop it out, you got a very small, almost continuous adjustment of the size of the bracelets. So most of the time I start in the morning. Start with a little bit small bracelets, small size, and when your hand expand during the day, you can just make it bigger. It's very easy to adjust, so make it a little bit comfortable during the day. So that's the quality of this watch. And the third thing I really like is, so for a mechanical watch, especially for diving watch, the crown is always a screwed crown. So I would say different brands. So if you unscrew the crown, you got different feelings. So I think Rolex got the best feeling. So if you unscrew it, it's super smooth. And if you winding it, you feel a little bit of click, but there's no the kind of friction is just perfect. So this feeling from different brand is different. So I got this Omega, it feels different, and you get Tudor, although it's from the same company, but this screw down crown is just a feel different. And if you buy like a $300 Seiko diver, so the crown feel really hard to screw it out or screw down. So the Rolex has the best feeling. So that's the 3 points I want to make. So first, the dial is simple geometry. Second, is very well made, very solid feeling, not overshining, but it's all functional. Like the bracelets is no squeak, and the clasp, you got this oyster clasp with glide lock, you can micro adjust a pretty big distance, but the increment is micro. And the third point is the crown will screw it is very smooth. Well, thank you for watching. If you like this channel, please subscribe, and if you got any questions, please comment below. Thanks.